guys, today I am back to film my Project Pan update number 2. So I feel like this month has already went a little bit better than last month did. Everything is kind of making a little bit of progress, even if it's really just a little bit or very gradual. At least I feel like now I'm kind of starting to see some progress with some things. There are some things though I do still kind of need to improve on with a couple of these products, but overall I am really happy with how this month went. First things first, of course, though, I'm going to do my empties, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about my progress with everything else. So first things first is the Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I finished this like right before we went to LA, which kind of made me sad because this is such a wonderful CC cream. I'm kind of wishing I wouldn't have finished it right before we went and kind of taken it along, because it's just such a pretty foundation slash CC cream. It makes your skin look really nice and healthy, but it gives really good coverage. Like, it's just, I don't know, something about this, it just has a special place in my heart all of a sudden. Even though I sometimes tend to forget that I have it, I don't know. Anyways, I think I will repurchase this, but I just have a ton of other BB creams and CC creams and foundations and stuff that I need to get through first. So I probably will repurchase this, but I'm just going to kind of hold off for a while until I kind of get my collection, my foundation collection, back down to a more reasonable number, because I've bought so many new foundations lately. I know I have taken a few of them back already because they just weren't working out, but I am a little bit sad to have this gone because I loved this so much. It's so moisturizing. Just everything about it is wonderful. So, and I would pretty much recommend this for anybody because I don't think there's anything bad I could say about it, really. So next is the Benefit They're Real Mascara. I thought this was going to last me another 2 or 3 months, and I don't know what happened, but it's just like it's so dry and will not apply any more mascara. Every time I use it, I have to go through and apply like 2 or 3 coats to get a tiny little bit of black on. And then even then I have to do like another 2 or 3 coats to like get, you know, like the ends and the kind of the middle of my lashes, because I feel like if I do 2 or 3 coats, it applies at the base of my lashes, but then I have to like go back through, and I don't know, I just am applying way too many coats. It's too much work to get this to actually show up on my lashes. I think it's just pretty much out or dried out. So this is now done. Next is my Forever Midnight. This is the Bath & Body Works Forever Midnight perfume. I do still have the body mist that I'm working on, but I think this only took me like a week, maybe a week and a half. So this was very quick to finish, which kind of makes me a little bit, it kind of makes me a little bit mad at myself, because I'm like, this is something that would have been really easy for me to just hurry up and like finish, and to get out of my collection, because that's kind of the whole point for me with Project Pan, is to kind of make my collection feel a little smaller, a little bit more manageable, get things down to kind of where I want, or, you know, to use products up before they expire, that kind of thing. And my perfume collection has been something that I've been working on getting a lot smaller. So I'm like, this is something I could have easily finished at any point and had one less perfume in my collection. But, I mean, it's finished now. I do like it, but they don't make that scent anymore. They discontinued it. So, and I had it in a body cream that I really liked, but I think I panned the body cream last year because it was starting to go bad. So they don't make that scent anymore, though. It was a pretty good one, though. Next is the Bath & Body Works 1000 Wishes perfume. This took a while. I want to say this was a little more like 2 weeks, but it was a really wonderful perfume. I'm actually kind of already missing this a little bit. I'm not going to repurchase it though, just because, like I said, I'm working on my perfume collection. I want to get down to what I consider to be kind of my essential perfumes, and kind of maybe 1 or 2 more fun perfumes, but, or like 1 or 2 that I'm trying out. But I do like this one. I would repurchase it, but I just, like I said, cutting down on them, and I don't really feel like this is an essential for me, because it's in my collection. I tend to just kind of skim over it and reach for other things. So I really like it, but I don't think I'm going to get it again. And lastly, for empties, this is the Bliss Fuzz Off Foam. There wasn't even enough in here for 1 application, so that again was really kind of another thing I could have just quickly finished and got out of the way. But it is empty now. I still am on to my second can of this, which the second can has, I would say, like 3/4 of the way full still, so it'll take me another little while before I finish one of these again. But I don't know, I think once I'm done with the cans, I'm not going to repurchase them. And actually I didn't purchase that one either. It was just free gratis that I got from work from when the Bliss rep came, and it's a wonderful product, it really is, but and I like that it's a little bit more mess free, seeing as it is a spray rather than using like Nair or something you have to apply with your hands. But it just, I don't know, it's really pricey. Nair does the same thing, and yeah, you have to like apply it with your hands, but that's really not that big of a deal. So anyways, that is it for the empties. Now on to my progress with everything else. So first up is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I don't really use this as much because I have a lot of foundations and stuff that are really close to being empty, but I just haven't, you know, for whatever reason, I just haven't finished them. So I haven't used this a ton. I did use it today because the nice thing is that since we went to LA and I got a tiny, and I mean tiny, a little bit of a tan, this is a little bit better match for me. So I'm just seizing the opportunity and wearing it now. But you can actually tell where I am at, well, not now because I used it, but where I actually put a little line there is where it's at when the foundation's actually settled. So you can actually see where I'm at progress-wise now, where last time it just looked full and you couldn't tell anything. But since I used it today, it's not, you know, perfectly settled and everything. So hopefully next time I show you guys, it'll be settled and you'll be able to see where I'm at. And I'm kind of hoping to make a little bit better progress with that one next month. I was super excited to be able to see, actually be able to see into the side of the glass jar and tell where I'm at, but I'm really excited now to actually watch it go down. So next is the Laura Geller Baked Trio. Not gonna lie, I didn't do fantastic with this one. I wish I would have done better with this one, but that is what it looks like. It is what it is. I thought about taking it along to LA, but I was really afraid it was gonna break, so I didn't, just because I didn't really want to take it on the plane with me, but I didn't want to put it in my suitcase and have it break. But I was kind of wanting a bronzer, so I do wish I brought it, or I could have brought it, but I just haven't really used the bronzer and blush so much. The highlighter I have used a little bit. However, I have plans to use the highlighter a little bit more. It works really well as a face powder for me, so as soon as I finish my Maybelline Fit Me powder, which is almost done, I would say it's probably only going to take me like 2 more weeks to finish that powder. And even then, I feel like that's kind of overestimating how long it's going to take me. I'm going to start using the highlighter as my face powder since it's pretty much the same color as my skin. It doesn't really do any highlighting for me. So I'm going to start using this as a face powder. So I think that will kind of help things along too, because if I'm using this as a face powder, I'm opening it more, and I feel like then I will be using the bronzer and blush a little bit more as well. So that's not the best progress, but like I said, plans to get a little bit better progress with it. Next is the Murad Oil Control Mattifier. This I really thought I was going to have done this month. I am a little sad I didn't, but it's okay. Anyways, I think last time it was like up to here, and now it is down to here. So I really don't have a lot left. I think I probably would have finished this except for we went to LA. I didn't bring this along. I brought along other things. But the other things I brought along are actually part of Project Pan too, so we'll talk about those later. But like I said, I think this won't take me too much longer to finish. A couple more weeks and this really should be empty and done. So next is the NYX Baked Blush, and this is in the color Wanderlust. I always forget what color it is. This really doesn't look too different. I did use it, but not a lot. No, I didn't take this to LA. I was again kind of worried about powder products breaking, so I picked kind of a few things that I really liked. It has been really hard to use this because I'm obsessed with the Wet n Wild ombre blushes, so it's been really hard for me to want to use this, but I have used it a few times. It's a beautiful blush. It's gorgeous. I love it. But I don't know, for whatever reason the Wet n Wild ones have just had my attention lately, and I haven't really been paying that much attention to this. So that is kind of a goal for next month, to kind of start paying more attention to this. This is my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde. This I have used the entire month except for a few days in LA. I did use my NYX the double-ended brow pencil that I showed in a haul. So this is what the dip brow looks like. Otherwise, I used this every single day of February. I have it on today. I just don't think it really looks any lower than what I showed you guys last time. But next is the Benefit Their Real Liner. I didn't grab that one. There's no progress to show with it. I can't, you know, show you guys the progress with it, but I didn't use it anyways just because I have many other eyeliners I'm panning for this. So I will get to that one, but I didn't use it. I know last update I said I wanted to use it at least once to make some progress with it. But I don't know. Panning other things, I was really focused on one of the other eyeliners instead, so I will try to get to it next month. Next is the Benefit What's Up highlighter. This I definitely used quite a few times. Again, it didn't go to LA with me. I brought some other products I really liked. But that is what it's looking like right now. So it is starting to dip down quite a bit, but I mean, no pan showing or anything like that. This has been going fine. I haven't tried mixing it in with the foundation, which is something I've been wanting to do, but I guess I'm just kind of not sure how I'd go about it since this is such a thick cream. For some reason, I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out how I would mix it with a foundation. Someone told me to apply it almost like a primer, like a face primer, and then put foundation on top of it. I don't know. Kind of thinking about trying that, I guess, but I do kind of want to mix it with the foundation just to get it to go a little bit faster. But since it's such a thick cream, I just don't, for some reason, I'm just kind of lacking inspiration on how to mix this with the foundation. But that does have some progress. I used it again pretty much every single day. I did get some new highlighters, so I did use a couple things here and there that weren't the Benefit What's Up, but for the most part I use that one every single day. Next is my Lorac Front of the Line Pro Liner. That is what it looks like now. I'm at about 1/2 inch now, so I did use up almost half of this. So I think really 2-3 more months and this should be finished. I did not do a fantastic job with this. I didn't use it a ton. I was kind of more focused on another 2 liners that I have in here, but I think I'm going to try to start wearing black liner a little bit more so that way I can go through this a little bit faster because it is so close to being done. And I do have 2 other black eyeliners waiting for me. The Benefit, they're real, and also the Mally one, which be talking about the Mally ones here in a second. So this is Mally Midnight Affair. This is the other black liner. This I did not use. It looks exactly the same as last time. It's still pretty full pencil. But I did want to compare it to the next one I have, which is Mally in Plum Sapphire. This one I did use quite a bit. I have it on today on my upper lash line. This is what those two look like side by side. You can see the Plum Sapphire one is a little bit shorter. I did have to sharpen it once or twice this month, so I feel like I did make it, you know, at least a little bit shorter, but that is what it looks like side by side with that one. Is the Ulta Automatic Liner in Deep Brown. This is at about, I think last update I told you guys that was at about 1 inch, and now it is like just under 1 inch. So that is what it looks like there. This I feel like I have used so much, but it's kind of just going really slow progress-wise, like for how much progress it's showing. But like I said, it's under 1 inch now. I think last time it was just a little bit over. So there is some progress with this. But that one I do think is going to take me a little while longer. That one I'm thinking is probably going to take me at least until June, if not maybe a little bit longer. Next is my NYX Single Shadow in Stiletto. Not really going to be able to see the progress with this one, but there is still a really big dip in here. I'm kind of expecting it to hit pan here in the next couple months. But I definitely use this quite a bit this month, especially with my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I use this quite a bit as a transition color. So I really am thinking if I just kind of keep that up, this should keep up progress-wise as well. My NYX Black Label Lipstick in Hot Pink. I didn't use this month, so it should look pretty much exactly the same. It is getting kind of a little melty, like it's kind of getting like it's melting a little bit. So I think I'm going to have to start using this pretty soon. I'm kind of thinking next month usually when I start pulling out my like more spring and summer stuff. So I'm thinking this next month will automatically kind of start getting a little bit more use. So next is the Bare Minerals Birthday Babe Moxie Lip Gloss. And this too, it doesn't really have any progress, I guess. However, I did wear it today. It's pretty much gone by now because it's been about 4 hours, I think, since I put it on. So I have been using this a little bit here and there, but it's just nothing, I feel like, enough to make really any big notable progress. progress. But as soon as it starts to kind of settle a little bit more and I can kind of tell, I will put a mark on here, and then that way we can kind of see it as it goes a little bit more. But I don't feel like there's anything super notable progress-wise with this one. My newer NARS Cruella lip pencil. This too, no progress. I didn't use it this month just because I am still focusing on MAC Russian Red. So nothing progress-wise here, but I do want to compare it next to the next product, which is the NARS Rikugien lip pencil. So this is what NARS Rikugien looks like currently. The cap is actually starting to cover the words NARS. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to have to start sharpening that part, but this is what it looks like right now. I'm just going to compare it next to Cruella so you can kind of see, you know, where we're coming from and where we're at now. So this is what it looks like. I was really hoping to have this finished, but I didn't take it to LA, and I think that it was kind of a huge mistake because of how often I reapply this color when I wear it. So I think if I would have taken it along and worn it, it would have probably not gotten completely finished, but I feel like I still would have came very close. So this I am expecting to have done in the next month or so, unless I switch to something else, but I really think I am just going to focus on finishing this one kind of first and foremost. So there is where Rikugien is. Next is my Hempz Herbal Lip Balm in the little pot. This I have used quite a bit. I've kind of smoothed it out more. I feel like before you could really see like a dip in there, and now I've kind of evened it out a little bit more. You can still tell like in some places that it's not perfectly even, but I have started to even it out a little bit more. But yeah, I've actually been using this to kind of remove makeup swatches in the back of my hand, stuff that gets really like stuck, because since this is an oil, it really breaks that down and makes it just easy to kind of wipe away. But I've been using it on my lips and everything. Wonderful. So far though, I'm a little worried about whether I'll be able to finish this or not, because it is, I don't know, just a really thick pot and you don't need a lot of this. So I'm pretty happy with my progress this month. I'm kind of excited to see how it's going to keep going, but I really do hope that I actually finish it this year. So there's my progress with that. Next is the Benefit Cha Cha Balm. Nothing different here. I didn't use this. I think I might have swatched it on the back of my hand and mixed it with a lip gloss just to see if it would look pretty with it, but other than that, like, there's nothing different. But this does remind me kind of the Revlon lip butters, I think, except for the Revlon lip butters were more like pigmented. This is really, really sheer. So no progress with that. I don't know why I keep it in the box. I think I'm going to get rid of the box. That'll make life a little easier. So there's the Cha Cha Balm. Next is NYX Sweet Tart. This is the one that I couldn't show last month because I couldn't find it. I did find it. It was in my purse. And I thought I used it way more than I did because it pretty much looks exactly the same. I can tell that it's worn and used. Like, the tip is not as pointy as it was, and I can see like little lip marks in the lipstick, but I remember thinking I used this way more than I did. So I am a little disappointed with this one because I was like, oh cool, like I actually have something that kind of shows some progress, and then there really isn't that much progress with it. But I haven't really focused on this one that much, so not a big deal. I'll get to that later. Next is MAC Russian Red. I have tried to wear this at least once a week. I haven't been very good about it though, so I am kind of going to try to kind of revamp it a little bit so that way I wear it a little bit more. But I know I have worn this at least 5 times this month. It just hasn't always been once a week like I was hoping. So that's what it looks like there. It is starting to kind of even out now and not be so traditional lipstick shaped like the butter lipstick here. You can kind of see it is starting to like even out. For some reason, whenever I wear my lipsticks, they end up just going like flat, like straight across. Because I always see those little tests. They're like what your lipstick shape says about you or whatever. Yeah, so mine are always like flat across. So you can see it is starting to kind of flatten out a little bit, but that is all I have left. On camera, I feel like it doesn't look like much. In person, it definitely does though. So I don't know, I'm not feeling too bad about this. I'm just kind of hoping that in the next month or so I really do step it up with this and have some kind of more like amazing progress with it. So that's where Russian Red is at. Next is my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded. This did not get a ton of use. It did get a pretty decent amount, but I don't feel like it looks really too much different from last month. It is still dipping down and I still have a ton around the sides and everything, but for the most part this looks pretty much the same. When I do hold it up to the light though, I feel like I can almost see through it. So I feel like it is probably really thin down there at the bottom. So this I don't think is going to take me a whole lot longer, but I could be totally wrong. It might end up taking me all the way till the end of the year. So we'll see. Next is my MAC eyeshadow in Naked Lunch. This one was one of the ones I'm really happy about because I do have quite a bit more pan showing in there. But I was pairing this a ton with my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette along with the NYX Shadow in Stiletto. So this was getting quite a bit of use. I feel like a little bit earlier in the month. I haven't used it as much lately, but earlier in the month it had a pretty good amount of progress. So hope to keep that up, and I'm hoping to finish this in a few more months. Urban Decay eyeshadow in Virgin. I don't know if this is showing more pan or not. It might be just a little bit, but this hasn't gotten a ton of use just because I've been focusing more on the MAC Naked Lunch one and the NYX Stiletto. But I know I have used it a few times here and there, so it does have some progress. It just might not be anything super noticeable right now, at least. So there's that. And Fab Frown Fix, I did not use this month. Again, I just really keep forgetting about this product, and it's kind of making me mad because it's something that would be pretty quick for me to finish. I feel like I could finish this in a month if I really just remembered to use it all the time. But I keep forgetting, so I don't know. It is my goal this next month to at least use it 5 times to get some progress with it. But yeah, I am a little bit sad that I keep forgetting to use that. Next is my Philosophy Miracle Worker Overnight Cream. I really wanted to finish this month, and I almost did. It's a wonderful moisturizer. Like, it's a very deep moisturizer. It really gets your skin nice and hydrated. However, it does like kind of pill up on my skin and kind of like balls up, and it drives me nuts. I cannot wear it. Like, if I know I'm going to be in a hurry the next morning because I have to get up super early, I pretty much can't wear this the night before because I have to take like a lot of time in the morning to make sure I get it really off. Otherwise my foundation and primer and everything that I put on top of it will ball up too. So it makes it a little tricky to kind of use this when I know I have to get up early in the morning. However, I have found another use for it that I absolutely love. Earlier this month, my feet, well, kind of more one of my toes, the skin on my toe was really, really dry and was actually kind of starting to peel a little bit. And I was like, man, I just need like a really deep moisturizer, and like my body lotions just kind of weren't cutting it. So I decided to put this on just for some reason, and for some reason it worked like a miracle. I think I did it 2 or 3 nights in a row, and my toe in particular, was done peeling. It was super, super soft. It was super weird, and it doesn't pill up on my feet, which is another weird thing. So I don't know why that is, but I did that a couple times this month, and again, used it on my face, my neck, my chest. I actually used it on my shoulders a little bit too because I have a lot of freckles and kind of, I guess, I'm going to call them age spots because that's what I think of them as, but I guess they're kind of more freckles. I don't know. I use this on that too. So it is all the way down to almost the bottom now. So you guys can see it has, you know, drastically gotten used a lot. So I am really hoping this next month to completely finish it, just because there's other moisturizers in my collection that I need to use, because that's like the thing I have like seriously probably the most of next to like lip products and eyeshadows. I have a ridiculous amount of moisturizers. So I need to get through this to get on to other things. So I really am hoping to finish that soon. Next is the Formula 1006 Get Your Glow On Brightening Peel Off Mask. I know I used this once, but again, nothing drastic progress-wise. I cannot see when I hold it to the light like where it's at, product wise, but I mean I can tell just like from squeezing the top and stuff, it is a little bit more empty because when I use this I do feel like I use quite a bit of product, but I can tell it's a little bit emptier. It's just not, it's not like halfway or anything, it's still quite full. So that one does have a ways to go yet. Next is my Bath & Body Works Winter Candy Apple Body Lotion. So this is what that looks like. As you can see, a huge jump in progress again. It was up here and now it is all the way down to here. One of you guys had suggested that I could use this as a in the shower like body moisturizer or shaving cream, and that's pretty much what I've been doing, is using it as a shaving cream because my legs, if I shave them with a regular shaving cream and I get out of the shower, they are fine at first, but then, you know, like a couple hours later or the next day, I'll notice that my skin is really dry and it can get kind of a little bit itchy. Nothing super bad, I guess, but using this as a shaving cream, I really don't have that problem. I can apply extra lotion if I want to, otherwise I really don't need to. So I actually am really liking using this as a shave cream. It's something I would consider doing in the future too, just because it makes it so much easier, combining basically 2 steps into one, shaving and already having a moisturizer on your legs. So I have really liked this. I plan to do it with the other body lotions I have. I don't know if I'm going to do it with the body creams yet because they're thicker and I do kind of like the body creams, but I've mentioned before I'm not really loving the actual body lotions from Bath & Body Works. They just feel kind of sticky on my skin to me, and they're definitely not as moisturizing as the body creams. So I think I'm just going to keep on panning them like this and using them as shaving creams because that seems to be what's working really well for me. And obviously progress-wise it's going quite a bit faster. But I think that this will probably be done by next month. So I am really happy about that. I wanted to have this done by the end of this month, but you know, it didn't really happen. I don't have a whole lot left though. So even though it didn't happen this month, it should be happening soon. So yeah. This Pink Chiffon. Pink Chiffon, it got kind of shook up a little bit, but it's exactly the same, so I'm not going to put a new progress mark on there. It's still, you know, right at the edges. But this is the body lotion I'm going to be starting on next after I finish Winter Candy Apple. Bath & Body Works Velvet Sugar Lotion, or body cream, I should say. This did get some use, but it's not a lot. I've been just using it here and there. I haven't really been using it very consistently, which I feel like I do need to kind of actually start doing, is getting more consistent with these. Because if I don't use these as a shave cream, or even if I do, I still feel like I'm going to have a little bit of trouble panning these. So I really do want to get going on this. So I'm hoping end of March, end of April to hopefully have this finished and be kind of moving on to the next body cream in my collection. Next is this little Bath & Body Works lotion, and I actually took this along to LA to use as a lotion, to use as a shave cream in case I needed it. I didn't need to use it for shaving. I shaved like the night before we went and I was fine for the whole trip. So, but I did use it as a, you know, as a lotion a couple times too, just because I did get, I don't know, I got kind of sunburned. My chest right here got really pink one of the days. It was really hot, really itchy. And I put some of this on and it did help a little bit with like the itchiness at least, but it was still pretty like hot and pink colored. I don't know what that was. But then the next day it was not nearly as bad. It was maybe a little bit pink. It didn't really itch or anything, but now it's like gone. So normally when I get sunburns, you know, it gets really pink or really red, and it like actually peels and it actually like burns pretty much. So I don't know if it was just like a slight sunburn, but this did kind of help with that. The only thing is you cannot tell that I used any. I did just pull this out of our suitcase a little bit ago though, so I don't know if it's like shook up still or if I just used such a small amount that it's still pretty much just all the way up here at the top. But this will be the third lotion that I get to. After I do the Pink Chiffon one, I'll start using this one. So there's that. Next is my Bath & Body Works Forever Midnight. This is the body mist. So this is where it was at last update, or even the beginning. That is where I started. But once I finished the other 2 perfumes, I moved right on to this one. So I would say I've been using this for a couple weeks now. So it is right there. I put another little line. So I'm actually really happy with this for as long as I've been using it. It doesn't really feel like I've been using it that long. Again, didn't take it to LA or anything, so that was like almost a whole week that it didn't get used. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with the progress, so that one I'm excited about. I don't think I'm going to finish it this month, but I think I might come close with it, so we'll see. Next is my Bath & Body Works Be Enchanted Body Mist. This, I forgot to leave a mark as to where I was last time, but this one too has gone down quite a bit. This one I've been using more as a room spray though, and less as an actual body mist. So I want to say last time it was like right here by this flower, and then now I did put a mark on it, so it is down here now. So I would say, you know, it's moved about an inch or two, so definitely some progress with this. I don't know, this one I've just been going a little bit slower with. I haven't been in a huge rush to finish it, but I do wear it every once in a while. I just have been mostly using it as a room spray, like I said. So next is the Bath & Body Works Coconut Vanilla Mist. Same thing with this one. Haven't really used it, I don't think. I might have worn it once. But it stayed home again, and I do mostly, again, use it as a room spray. So I have a line from where it was, you know, last update, because the first update it was all the way full. There was like no air in here or anything. So there's a progress line from last time and then a progress one from now right there. So it moved down just a tiny bit, but I did kind of want to mark it. That way next month I'm like, you know, kind of seeing if there's any more progress with it. But I'm kind of expecting there to not be a lot of progress with that one again, just because I am focusing on the Forever Midnight one. So next is my Pacifica hand cream. I said I was going to take this to LA and I didn't. I just ended up taking the little Bath & Body Works lotion. So this has not changed for the last 2 months now, like progress wise. It hasn't even gotten used. So it is my goal this month to make sure I at least use it once. I just wanted to make sure it still smells good. It still smells good. But it's my goal to make sure I use this at least once this next month, just to get something with it, to make sure it's getting some use. So there is that. Next is the Pacifica Rollerball. I took this to LA and I think I wore this every day except for one day. So one day I wore my Kate Spade Walk on Air perfume instead, but otherwise I use this. I don't feel like it's really, the rollerball on it just seems like it's not actually letting the perfume come out. And I have such a hard time telling if it's actually applying because it's not really that wet on my skin. But like the second you take the cap off, you can smell this. So even, you know, even though if like I'm rubbing it on my wrist and I think I'm applying it and I can't see it really, and it doesn't really feel wet, I can smell it because as soon as you take the cap off, you can smell it. But I don't know, I think I did make some progress with it. I think it's went down some because now it's down to here. But I was just really hoping that I was gonna come really close to finishing this, or at least be like halfway done with it. And that didn't happen. And like I said, I think there's just something wrong with the actual rollerball. It just doesn't seem like it's applying perfume very well. So that might take me longer than I thought it was going to, but like I said, I wore it in LA, and I think I'm probably not going to wear it again until we get into spring a little bit later and more into summertime. Just because it's a really, I mean, it's a strong like lemon scent. So it's really, really, like in my opinion, more summery. So I'll probably use it more then. Next is my Victoria's Secret Coconut Passion body cream. Pretty sure I didn't use this because otherwise I was using the Velvet Sugar one from Bath & Body Works, so I'm pretty sure I didn't use this. It's pretty much the same. This is probably something I will get to a little bit later in the year. So there's that. Next is my Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum. This has some progress, but it's definitely not as good a progress as it was last month. So you can see where I started, where I was last month, and kind of where I am at now. So you can see there's kind of a big jump in how much I used from when I started to last month to now. But I did get my hair cut, like quite a bit. So I just feel like I before was doing like 2 pumps of this, and now I'm only doing 1 when I use it. So I feel like that is probably kind of why, because I was using pretty much double the product when my hair was a little bit longer, and now that it's shorter I'm using about half of that. So This is going slower, but I'm still really happy with my progress with this. Even if it's just a little bit less, there really isn't a ton of stuff left. Like I said, I know it's a serum. It's kind of like an oil, so it does take a while to use, but I mean, even just that little bit, I feel like is such a drastic difference for me already. So there's my progress with that. Next is the Sebastian Potion number 9. I don't remember using this month, so I'm pretty sure I didn't. If I did, it would have only been once, so it feels pretty much the same. Still quite heavy, so I will get to that. I've just been focused more on the Super Skinny Serum. Next is my Big Sexy Spray and Play. Kind of same thing with this. I was using this a lot the first couple weeks of the month, and then around the time I got my hair cut, I just kind of wasn't using it as much. And I think a lot of that was beginning of the month I was wearing my hair up a lot more. Now that it's shorter, it's a lot harder for me to wear my hair up because this back here is pretty much too short to really put it up into anything. And I haven't really curled it, or if I do curl it, I've been using a lighter weight hairspray. So I haven't used this much, but the couple of weeks that I did use it, I can tell that this is lighter. It does have less product in it. It feels like it's maybe almost halfway full now, so I feel like I used a ton at the beginning of the month because I was wearing my hair up almost every single day. So I did use this quite a bit. I just kind of really slowed down on progress this last couple weeks with it. So, and I feel like that's probably the way next month's going to be too, since my hair is still quite short. I'm not going to be wearing it up or anything like that, and I'll probably stick to the lighter weight hairspray for when I curl it. So that one might take a little bit more time before it's kind of making bigger leaps of progress. Next is my TG Small Talk. This did get used. I don't know if it's going to show, but it's just like a smidge below the line now instead of at the line. So I'm not going to bother putting another line because it's pretty much in the same spot. But I did use this once or twice. I think I just wanted to try it out with my short hair just to kind of see what it did. I liked the overall effect with it, so I mean, I probably will kind of use this more next month. Again, the Super Skinny Serum is my main focus, but I think I will probably kind of use this here and there just to kind of use it some. Next is the Bliss Hide and Glow Seek. I didn't use it. I wanted to use it before we went to LA, and just it got down to the wire and I just didn't have time to use it, so it has no progress. I didn't bring it in here just because there's really nothing to show with it. Next is the Bath & Body Works Japanese Cherry Blossom Spray. I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything with this. It's exactly where it was last time, but again, I've been kind of saving this for later. This is my Elizabeth and James Perfume Duo. I was going to take this to LA, but I was like, I'm going to take the Pacifica one and just really focus on finishing that. And I took the Kate Spade Walk on Air one too, just because I really like that one. So this is exactly where it was the last time I showed you guys. Nothing's changed. It's the same. So this is my NYX Radiant Finishing Powder. This, I can tell it's getting flatter, but it's really, I don't know, it's still very, very full. So that is what it looks like now. I don't know if you're going to really even be able to tell much of a difference, but that's what it looks like. I've been using it pretty much every day on my under eyes, so it definitely has been getting some more use. So there's that. Now for my last one, it is the 5 samples out of my sample bag. They're kind of, you know, 4, 5 samples that I have been using, but they're not finished. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about them really quick. But the first 2 are the Algenist. This is kind of what I've been using, like I said, when I can't use the Miracle Worker. It's the Complete Eye Renewal Balm. This is fantastic. This is probably one of the best eye creams I think I've ever used. It's wonderful. I love everything about this. The only thing is I have yet to see kind of maybe anti-aging benefits, but I don't feel like I have really bad lines on my under eyes, so maybe I won't really see much of a benefit from it. But I do feel like out here where people get the crow's feet, my skin looked really, really dry, and I feel like since using this, that my skin does not look nearly as dry out there as it did. Because even with makeup on, when it was dry, it looked not pleasant. I don't want to say it looked dry, but yeah, I guess I could say that it looked dry even with makeup on it and stuff. So that has made a huge difference in my under eyes. The moisturizer though is the Regenerative Anti-Aging Moisturizer, and this too is really, really nice. It's a very like thick, pleasant moisturizer, but it soaks into my skin really quick. It doesn't pill up and ball up on my face. So I really like it. That has been a really nice change from the Philosophy one. And that's actually one I would really consider repurchasing. So these are two that I took to LA. This is the Air Repair Complexion Boosting Moisturizer with Hyaluronic Acid. This was just a Birchbox sample, so there actually isn't a ton in here. Like, it's all the way down to here. But I know the couple days that I used it, I was using a lot. I don't know why, but I just felt like my skin was kind of dry when we were in LA, so I was using a ton when I used this. So it's already, like I said, down to here. There's not a lot of product left, but I kind of want to keep it up and maybe use this as a day moisturizer once I finish the Murad Oil Control Mattifier. So I think I'm going to kind of keep this up since there's not a lot left in here. And then for eye cream, this is the Murad Renewing Eye Cream. This isn't completely settled, like you can, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but there's like a big bubble right here, and all the product is like right here in the middle of the tube. So there's not a lot left of this either, but because it's a really thick eye cream, you need a very small amount. So this too, I've been using it, but I mostly used it when we were in LA, and I've kind of been sticking with the Algenist one just because it's so moisturizing. So, and lastly, the fifth sample, this I took to LA too just for, I don't know, I took my Purity one and then I took this one just because my boyfriend won't use my Purity one, but you know, he'll use other face washes I have. I think he won't use the Purity one because I said it's a makeup remover, so he like thinks that he can't use it. I don't know, I don't understand boy logic sometimes. But this is the Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel. It's pretty simple, pretty basic, but it doesn't mean it's not nice. It is a pretty nice cleanser. Plus it has a nice, it smells pretty good. It kind of smells kind of medicinal, like I don't know, but I kind of like it. Anyways, so I'm going to try to finish this too because it's just, I mean, I have so many face washes, and like I said, it's a nice basic one, but I mean, I might as well just go ahead and finish it. So that is my update on everything. I have to edit this video down for sure because it's really long. But that is my update with everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really, really excited to see what next month is going to hold. Especially now that we've kind of got this vacation out of the way, I'm a little bit less stressed out and stuff. So I feel like I can actually focus on this a little bit more. So I'm excited. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.